When this woman bought her new house, she knew the house was old and could potentially come with some nasty renovation surprises. But never in a million years did she expect to find a full-size house tucked away in the attic. When this woman bought her new house, she never expected to find this hidden away inside her attic space. Before we start, smash the like button and make sure to subscribe if you haven't, and hit that notification bell so that you won't miss any new stories. At first, Lily wasn't looking for a new place to live. Her apartment was small, but it was fine for her alone. Still, she liked to look at online listings. One night, she found a strange property, and even though she couldn't afford a new house, she was immediately intrigued by this specific listing. The listing showed an old rural farmhouse, just an hour's drive from her place. But most importantly, it was priced far below the average house prices, low enough for Lily to make a serious down payment. Almost too good to be true, she bookmarked the page, but she couldn't stop thinking about it. By Friday, she had decided to participate in the auction. The auction was online, and to her surprise, there weren't a lot of contenders. Lily placed a lowball bid, even less than her apartment was worth. She never expected to win it, but to her surprise, no one else made an actual bid. Only minutes later, she received an email stated that she had won. No inspections or delays, just a purchase agreement and payment instruction. The next morning, Lily packed a bag, printed the contract, and started driving. Her GPS lost signal 20 minutes from the property. Just 10 minutes before reaching the house, Lily stopped at a nearby gas station. The house came into view just before noon. It looked cute, but definitely needed some love. The house was a two-story structure with peeling white paint. Lily parked beside the porch and got out, gripping her keys. She walked up to the front door and turned the handle. She took slow steps through the living room. Old furniture covered in sheets, wallpaper curling at the edges, and a wood-burning stove in the corner. Upstairs, the hallway was narrow and dim. Doors stood slightly ajar, revealing empty bedrooms with sun-faded carpet and moth-eaten curtains. All doors were opened in the house, all except for one, the attic. For some strange reason, it seemed locked, and Lily wasn't provided a key. Lily tried the handle, but it didn't budge. That night, the silence felt overwhelming. Lily wasn't used to how strange the sound of nothing could be. Lily curled under a single blanket and left her phone charging beside the bed. Then, somewhere in the distance, she thought she heard wood shifting. But that shifting of the wood wasn't done by wind or natural outside influences. This house held a secret that was about to scare this woman more than she had ever been scared in her entire life. It started with a slow creak above her, too purposeful to be wind. What is that? Lily lay in bed, staring at the ceiling, trying to pinpoint the source of the sound. She held still, unsure whether to dismiss it or sit up. After a few silent minutes, it came again, louder this time. It sounded like something moving from left to right through the space above her. But evidence of something moving was very much present. Dust drifted down in lazy spirals from the ceiling boards overhead, as if someone had just disturbed years of dust in that attic space. Lily's hand tightened around the phone as she shone her flashlight upwards toward the ceiling. Lily stepped carefully forward, each floorboard clicking beneath her feet. The attic door loomed just ahead, which was frustratingly still locked. With all the creepy sounds clearly coming from the space overhead, Lily knew that whatever was moving around in her house was coming from the attic space. That door needed to be opened one way or another because Lily wasn't going to go back to bed and sleep comfortably before she knew what was going on. Lily reached out toward the door handle and jerked on it harshly, hoping for a different result than during her previous afternoon check. But as expected, and much to her regret, the door remained shut tightly, and that wasn't all. The moment Lily pulled on the handle, she heard jerky movements overhead again. Whatever was up there, Lily had just spooked it, and it was moving across the attic space in wild, panicked steps. Lily's breath caught in her throat. Backing away from the attic door, adrenaline coursed through her. With a mix of fear and determination, she rushed downstairs to the dining room table where her small red toolbox sat. It wasn't meant for this, but it would have to do. She grabbed the heaviest tools inside, a flathead screwdriver and an old hammer. She returned to the attic door, phone flashlight clamped in her mouth, and rammed the screwdriver into the doorframe. The first hammer strike rang out loudly, making her flinch, but she kept going. After several minutes, the lock gave way. Ahead, a steep staircase disappeared into the darkness. Each creaking step she climbed heightened her anxiety. She scanned the shadows above, expecting something to emerge. Halfway up, a loud crack broke the silence. A step gave way beneath her, sending her leg crashing through the wood. Splinters scraped her shin as pain shot up her calf. Catching herself on the railing, she freed her leg and assessed the damage. No blood, but it throbbed. The last step groaned under her weight. But she made it. At the far end, nestled against the wall, stood a bizarre white structure. Lily's heart skipped. She edged closer, raising the light to see more clearly. It looked like the front of a small white house built into the attic itself. Silence had returned, but it was now unnerving. Cautiously, Lily stepped forward. The boards beneath her groaned. No response came to her tentative, "Hello?" Closer now, she noticed the structure had a small porch-like extension. Its railing bowed and cracked. It resembled her woodland house, only smaller, older, and far more decayed. She lifted her flashlight toward a narrow window. The pane was grimy, smeared with yellowish residue, impossible to see through. Dust covered the floor, but not undisturbed footprints led to the porch. Lily crouched and examined one. It wasn't hers. A child-sized shoe tread. The air thickened. She rose quickly, scanning the dark ceiling again. "What is waiting inside?" she whispered. The front door stood slightly ajar, as if welcoming her in. She pushed it gently. The hinges groaned, and the scent of mold wafted out. Beneath it, oddly, lingered a sweet smell like baked apples, strangely out of place. Inside, her flashlight revealed a worn living room, an old armchair, a small coffee table. Lily's gaze settled on photographs. An old, unfamiliar young woman on a porch, an older man beside her, cradling a cat. She recalled the cryptic words from the gas station attendant, "It's been empty ever since, you'll see." Beside the photos was a stack of letters bound with red string. She picked them up, but the language was foreign. Her breath hitched. She raised her light toward a bedroom door at the hall's end. Dread tightened in her chest. She entered the room. The bed was made, a quilt laid neatly. On the nightstand, a half-burned candle and a book. As she flipped through it, a few English words emerged from a mix of scribbles. "Watching, attic door, only open at night. When she enters, hide behind number 2. Her hands trembled. Someone had written this plan for intruders. But what was number 2? She looked around, heart pounding. Then a loud floorboard creak behind her made her whirl around. A navy blue closet stood tall. On one of its doors, a red number 2 was painted near the bottom. Peering through the slit, she raised her flashlight and froze. Inside, eyes stared back. Lily leapt back, every instinct screaming at her to run, but instead she raised the hammer and shouted, voice trembling with false confidence, "Come out! Now!" At first, silence. Then a small voice answered, pleading, "I don't want trouble, please, I can explain." The closet doors slowly creaked open. First one, then the other. A frail woman emerged, shivering, her posture more fearful than threatening. Lily lowered the hammer and sat on the bed, stunned. The woman's voice shook. "My name is Rosemary," she said. "I used to own this house. The girl in the photo, that was me. And the man was my father." She looked around the attic space, her eyes distant. "He built this farmhouse a long time ago." "My mother was never around," Rosemary began softly, "but we didn't mind. We had each other." This attic, she explained, had always been her father's workshop, a space of invention and quiet joy. He built all sorts of strange things, but this house within a house was his most unusual. Zoning laws forbade extra dwellings, so he created a secret retreat in the attic to live out his retirement near her. For 15 years, it was his cherished home. Rosemary smiled faintly. "We shared meals, stories. He taught me everything. When he passed, he left this place to me. I stayed because I could still feel him here. But age caught up with her, and with no family left, she had to sell." Lily sat beside her, moved by the story. The attic that once frightened her now held something else entirely. She squeezed Rosemary's hand and whispered, "You can stay. You're not alone anymore." The next morning, Lily brought tea to the attic. Rosemary was already awake, wrapped in a shawl. Lily cleared out the spare room downstairs, decorating it with cushions, a quilt, and one of the attic's faded photos. For the first time in 2 decades, Rosemary slept outside the attic walls. Each afternoon, they walked the property's edge, Rosemary pointing out trees her father had planted, even the spot where he buried a time capsule beneath a crooked willow. One weekend, they tackled the neglected front garden. But not all days were easy. Rosemary's strength waned. Lily stayed by her side, reading aloud, holding her hand during restless nights. "Thank you for not running," Rosemary whispered once. "Most would have left." After her passing, Lily buried her near the crooked willow beside the time capsule. "You're home," she said, tears falling freely. "And you're not alone." Lily remained on the property. She learned to care for the house and opened it to curious visitors. But the story they came for mysterious noises. A house in the attic wasn't the one that mattered. It was about two women who found each other in stillness. Each night, Lily switched on the attic porch light. Sometimes she heard quiet footsteps above her, but there was no fear anymore, only warmth and a sense of home.